I am here with David Azizi from the law offices of David Azizi, and today we're going to discuss something that has come up quite a bit in the last simple accidents that can happen in supermarkets, and particularly a Cardena's market, or there's several other markets in the Los Angeles and San Diego area that there tends to be a produce section or even a section where there's refrigerated items such as beverages, drinks, waters, sometimes even flowers, where condensation can get on the floor. And these grocery stores need some type of protection for their customers, so if water does get on the floor, it does not cause them to slip and fall. So David, at a Cardena's market or any of these markets, what should a store do to make it more safe for their customers?
Well, generally the rule of thumb from what my experts, like the premises experts who are engineers or experts who are trained to determine as to determining guidelines for the safety of customers, have stated that if there's any type of any location within the store where there's a common recurrence of slippery substances being present, for example, we've covered in some of the other videos, if you have grapes, if they're loose, you're going to pick them up, there's a good chance that one will fall. So you need to have a floor mat nearby or underneath so that if that one of the grapes falls and another person comes by and is looking at the shelf to see what they like and they're not necessarily fully looking what's in front of them, they can slip and fall. But if it's on a floor mat, well, if they step on it, that thing's just going to get squashed, and it's not going to be on a slippery floor to cause them to fall. I've had cases where, for example, people have slipped and fallen in front of one of those flower refrigerators. And, you know, flowers, obviously, they got to keep them in water at all times. A lot of times people pick out flowers and it's dripping. And I've found many times that the store maintenance people have remove that floor mat. It could be because it was too wet, it was dirty, somebody says, hey, remove it, take it back and wash it. And interestingly, they don't replace it back with another floor mat. Unfortunately, these employees sometimes are not that eager to ensure the premises is safe for patrons. So a lot of times you'll get videos and you'll see somebody walking past by that area where a floor mat was required, or I've seen it sometimes happen in front of one of those ice refrigerators. You know, people take the ices out, sometimes the bags tear just enough to one or two ice pieces fall down and they walk away. Well, eventually that ice will melt and people will come by and slip and fall, and there was never a floor mat there. So if, God forbid, you are involved in a situation like that where you slip and fall, it's important to take photographs to establish that there was no floor mats in front of either the ice machine or the ice refrigerator or the flower refrigerator to establish that when you fell, there was nothing there. Interestingly, I've had clients call me and say they had a slip and fall. I've advised them, was there a floor mat at that location? They're like, I don't believe so, and they've gone back and there still wasn't a floor mat, and they took photographs, established that there was never one on the day of the accident, and even after they went back, there was not. So that's kind of like something to keep in mind. God forbid, if a family member or somebody falls and, you know, the injured person a lot of times can't really focus and do all the stuff that needs to be done. But a family member or a friend or somebody having watched this video can say, you know what, let me take pictures, let me document it. We can sometimes request a video, but a lot of times, surprisingly, we get a notice from the store saying the video got written over or it was a blind spot, we couldn't get it. There's ways to kind of combat that, but it makes it a lot more difficult. But that's what you should do in case you're in a supermarket or somewhere and there's no floor mats and unfortunately you slip and fall.
Absolutely, and with cell phone, almost every cell phone you purchase today now having a camera, it should not be difficult to take pictures. I go to the supermarket every night and I look at some of this stuff and it amazes me what supermarkets do during the night, and I have a 24-hour one across the street, and it's truly shocking how unsafe that can be at nighttime. It's very unfortunate. But if you have any questions as it relates to slip and fall injuries anywhere in the state of California, please feel free to contact the law offices of David Azizi. You will see the phone number both above and below in the YouTube video. Thank you for your time, David.
All right, thank you.